There are a few more tools that are important to understand in Flash. One is the brush tool, and the other one is the eraser tool. Let's talk about how to use those. If you're following along, I'm working in 14_brush.fla in the Chapter 3 folder in the Exercise Files folder. You can also create a blank document if you'd like to. The brush tool is similar to the pencil tool in that you can simply paint or draw shapes. The difference is that the brush tool paints fills and the pencil tool draws strokes. So let's select the brush tool in the toolbar. And for a brush color, we'll select a fill color in the Property Inspector. Click the Fill Color color picker, the Property Inspector at the bottom of the screen, and choose a brush color. I'm going to choose black. There are two different options I want to talk about at the bottom of the toolbar. One is brush size, and the other one is brush shape. They may look like the same buttons. The button on the very bottom refers to the brush shape. Notice that there's a black arrow at the bottom left, indicating that there's a flyout menu beneath the brush shape. The flyout menu includes several brush shapes. For now, let's just select the circular shape. And the brush size button is right above the brush shape button, and it also has a flyout menu. Let's click and hold our mouse down on the brush size button and select a brush size. I'm going to select the size third from the top. It's important to understand that when you select a brush size, the size of the brush is relative to how much you're zoomed in. In other words, the size that my brush is now will not increase if I decide to zoom in. For example, I'll draw a simple shape on the stage. I'll just draw a circle. Notice that the outline of the circle I just drew sort of varies in thickness. That's one neat effect that you can get with the brush tool. Now I'm going to zoom in a little bit. I'm pressing Z on my keyboard to select the zoom tool. I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to click and drag to draw a zoom area right around this circle. And now I'm going to select the brush tool again in the toolbar. Notice I did not change the size of the brush. Inside of the circle, I'm going to draw two more circles to represent eyes. Notice that the thickness of the second lines I drew, the eyes, is different from the thickness of the first line that I drew for the face. I'm going to draw pupils inside of the eyes by drawing a circle and filling it in by moving my mouse up and down. These don't have to be perfect, by the way, if you're drawing them. And I might as well draw a mouth while I'm at it. And some teeth. And so there's a simple face. Let's look at how to use the brush tool. Let's talk about how to use the eraser tool. The eraser tool erases shapes. In the toolbar, let's select the eraser tool. It looks like an eraser. On the stage, you can click and drag to erase a part of an object. For example, so I could use the eraser tool to erase part of this shape. For example, I'll erase part of the mouth of this face. So it'll just be a line instead of more of a shape with teeth. And so using the eraser tool, you can erase parts of shapes. And there's a look at how to use the brush and eraser tools.